without the Mary Howe screening programme, I wouldn't be here today. That is a fact, because the screening managed to spot that I had an aortic aneurysm. They studied it over 8 years.
Referred you to Chichester and
Mr. Scott
yes.
at Chichester.
That's right.
Bless him. Next time I went, she said, yes, it has got a little bit bigger. And she was pushing and shoving, and I said, oi, you don't usually push and shove like this, you know. And she said, I think there's something wrong with the machine. I can't get a proper reading. But now we know that she had spotted behind the aneurysm.
Behind the aorta, yeah.
The aorta, yes. Where my pancreas lies, there was a mass which rang alarm bells in her. And duly, we were called to Chichester. And a man told me, I got pancreatic cancer. I mean, he was as blunt as that. I'm a bit pragmatic like on these things, that if you got it, you've got it. And now you've got to start dealing with it.
But then I thought about our good friend surgeon, didn't I?
Yes.
Which we got in contact with. And we had some second opinions and were fortunate enough, within 10 days, to be referred to 2 London hospitals, one to University College Hospital and then to the Royal Free, where you met some very eminent gentlemen, didn't you?
Very eminent indeed. And they decided between them to do the surgery through a trouser stent, which is through the groin, and feed it up inside.
An EVAR.
EVAR it's called, which is absolutely perfect to this day. But then there was sort of something that Professor Davidson about the pancreatic business. He thought, it doesn't ring right. The test coming back, and to cut this story...
Went on for 5 months.
Went on for 5 months. And every time it came back, yes, you have, but. There's this level and that level, and that's this level, which I know now as IgG4, and we know more about it, and which the medical profession don't know a lot about.
It's
they admit it.
Autoimmune pancreatitis.
And I've got autoimmune pancreatitis. I was put in charge of a gastrologist. That's the word, gastrologist. And he looked at me and he said, I'm going to try and set a course of steroids.
2 weeks. That's all.
And the mass disappeared. So after 5 months of thinking you've got pancreatic cancer, I didn't have it. No problems to this day. I did lose a kidney, but that's another story. It was part of that, but it's not worth. But getting back to the basic thing is, all that little story would never have been told if it wasn't for the Mary Howe Trust.
That's right. And at Chichester, when they had diagnosed this pancreatic cancer very quickly, within 10 days, Dudley was due to have his pancreas and spleen removed, which would have been meaning that he would no longer have any enzymes or insulin, and he would have to have taken those daily. The spleen would have meant he had no immune system, and he would have had to take antibiotics every day. And funnily enough, we just met this wonderful surgeon friend of ours only last week, and he said, in those conditions, you certainly wouldn't have been here today, even with all that medication. So the whole story has just come around in an amazing, amazing stroke of good fortune, and thanks to dear Mary Howe and the legacy she left this wonderful village.